Hi friends, the Chaos Theory launch trailer came out today, and we got a first look at what we can expect from the caustic Town Takeover in Apex Legends Season 8. I must say it looks very cool, and it definitely seems like we can have a lot of fun there. I also spotted a few potentially toxic elements in the Town Takeover, so we can definitely keep a lookout for those when it launches next week. Before Caustic's Town Takeover arrives in Apex Legends Season 8, I thought it would be fun to take a look at all of the Town Takeovers we've had so far, and see which Town Takeover you voted for as your favourite in Apex Legends Season 8. If you didn't know, there's actually been 6 Town Takeovers so far, and Caustic's Town Takeover will be the 7th. I should say this ranking is done purely based on a survey I posted on YouTube where we got over 1,500 responses, which is awesome. I'll put a link down below if you want to see the results or vote for it yourself if you didn't get a chance to vote yet. But thank you to everyone that voted, liked and commented. I'm going to use your votes today as the basis for this ranking. And I should say I was a little surprised to see what your favourites were, because the one I thought would be favourite actually wasn't the favourite. So I will give you my personal favourites at the end of the video, but let's see what you voted for as your favourite Town Takeovers. So in 6th place for your favourite Town Takeover, we've got Sing Labs. Now this was Wraith's Town Takeover. I'm a little surprised that it didn't get voted for more, just because I know Wraith is so popular. But in fairness, it has been out for a little while, and there isn't as much to do there as there is in some of the other Town Takeovers. If you haven't been to Wraith's Town Takeover much, it's a really cool place with this awesome portal that lets you not only jump into labs through a different way by going through the portal, you can also jump out of labs and create a jump tower effect by going up through the portal. So that was what you voted for as your 6th most favourite Town Takeover so far. In 5th place, we've got Crypto's Map Room. Again, it wasn't voted for as much as I thought it would be, because it's actually really useful in terms of being able to scan enemies on the map and also see where the next ring is just by scanning in the map room. As a reminder, the map room came with the Lost Treasures event in Season 5, and it's also the same time Mirage's Heirloom arrived in the game. In 4th place, after Crypto's Map Room, we've got Bloodhound's Trials, and Bloodhound's Trials got around 11% of the votes. Now this is interesting, but I would say also fair. I think it has been out a while, and when it first launched, fighting the Prowlers was really exciting, but now it kind of feels a bit like a chore, where you've got 3 rounds of Prowlers you have to defeat just to get good loot, and that's valuable time you could be using to either rotate to the ring, or take out some enemies and get some good kills. Bloodhound's Trials did come to Apex Legends in Season 4 with the Old Ways event, so it has been around for a little while. Don't forget, if you are Loba, you can steal items from Bloodhound's Trials, so it's a quick way of getting the top tier loot there without actually having to do the trials. And that's your 4th place most favourite Town Takeover so far. In 3rd place, we've got Mirage Voyage with 18% of the votes. For me, Mirage Voyage is a really fun place to go. It's essentially an awesome party boat that Mirage actually spent all of his money on. It came back in Season 3 with the Holiday Bash Collection event, which also brought us Pathfinder's Heirloom. I would say Mirage Voyage is a really fun place to land. Originally, it was on World's Edge, but now it can be found on King's Canyon. My favourite thing to do is activate the party mode, dance with friends, pick up some decent loot, and then just chill in the hot tub. After Mirage Voyage, we have Octane's Gauntlet in 2nd place, and this was the surprising one for me, because I thought Octane's Gauntlet would be everyone's most favourite Town Takeover. To be fair though, it did get 23% of the votes, which is pretty decent, and if you didn't know, Octane's Gauntlet was actually the first ever Town Takeover in Apex Legends, and it is also one of my favourite places to go. It came with the Iron Crown event in Season 2, which also brought us Bloodhound's Heirloom. And if you don't go to Gauntlet much, basically it's a really awesome area with a bunch of jump pads around, and it's also got some really decent loot. There's normally a gold or purple item in the middle of the Ring of Fire. There have been a few occasions where there's a level 2 blue backpack, which is kind of depressing because we're so used to seeing gold or purple items there. After Octane's Gauntlet, in 1st place, we've got Pathfinder's Boxing Ring with 46% of the votes. It was introduced to us in Season 7 with the Fight Night event, which is appropriate because the boxing ring is also called Fight Night, and it's the first Town Takeover on Olympus. Of course, we got Gibraltar's Heirloom with this event, and we saw the introduction of Pathfinder's Boxing Ring, which is really cool. It's a melee-only boxing ring that stops you using your weapons inside the boxing ring. It's also got a force field which protects you from anyone outside the boxing ring, so you can definitely have some fun melee matches there. The one thing I would say is that the boxing matches aren't really fun if it's more than 1v1. It kind of just turns into chaos, and you end up getting hit by 1 or 2 or 3 people sometimes, and that's a recipe for defeat. You also get a lot of campers that kind of just wait outside the boxing ring until you jump out, and they kind of just snipe you or hit you hard, and because there's a delay in you taking your weapon out, there's not really much you can do apart from run away or jump back into the ring. But it is the most recent town takeover, so I can kind of understand why people are really enjoying it still, and it's still fresh in people's minds. It is quite unique and definitely a really good town takeover. So that's how you all voted for your favourite town takeovers so far. Let me quickly give you my favourite town takeovers. In 6th place, I would say Crypto's Map Room. 5th place, I would say Wraith's Portal. 4th place, Bloodhound's Trials. 3rd, I would actually put Pathfinder's Boxing Ring. 2nd, I would say Mirage Voyage. And then my favourite in 1st place is definitely Octane's Gauntlet. And I should say, I do like all of the town takeovers. They're all a lot of fun, they've got good loot, they've got really unique things in each town takeover. But for me, there's just something special about Octane's Gauntlet. It's got the right balance of being fun, but also a great place to fight and some top tier loot. So that's my personal favourite list. It's fairly similar to what you all voted for. And that's it for my video ranking all of the town takeovers based on your votes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video looking back at all of the town takeovers we've had in Apex Legends so far. Don't forget to keep a lookout for my caustic town takeover video when it launches next week. But for now, thanks for watching and I'll catch you later.